So let me start off by saying good afternoon to everybody out there that started, especially those that started to join. I want to say thank you for participating in this amazing, beautiful day. I'm here with Belinda Barker. So why am I doing this live stream? You're going to see this beautiful building right here that your tax dollars are going to work right now. Apparently, you can't come into this building. And the only reason why we're here today is because we're here to get a copy of the oath of office. So Belinda, what do you think about this?
Well, number one, I come to get an oath of office and they can't find in Cleveland County, so I'm supposed to come up here. Well, I can't. You got caution tape. So what do you think? Oh, well, maybe there's a side entrance. Well, okay, let's go over here to the side entrance. Let's see what's up.
So see that?
To the side entrance.
You can't get in there.
You can't go in there. It's not open to the public until further notice.
Check this out. But we're going to go in there anyway. So it says, welcome to the Oklahoma Judicial Center. This is where your treasonous judges, your corrupt judges are at. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Oklahoma Judicial Center is closed to the public. So we're going to go in there. We're going to look for, what's your name?
Here, the lobby
Here.
has accessible elevator. You can go in. Well,
So-
what is this? First you say...
Deposit with the U.S. Postal Service or third-party commercial carrier delivery or leaving the documents to be filed in the applicable appellate clerk office at the Oklahoma Judicial Center on a table in the lobby or in the elevator located in the ADA accessible.
So that we can go in.
So we're going to go in here. We're going to go to the lobby. So this is it. I already took a picture of this. So this is your hard-earned tax dollar. These guys here get 22% in their 401k. 22% in their 401k. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go up here because obviously I like to go and, so we're going to see what your tax dollars are being put. So to make sure security checkpoint, all persons belonging to entry building are subject to inspection. Oklahoma statute, not Constitution, Oklahoma statute 2, section 1379, but not the Constitution. God forbid you reside the Constitution. So we're going to go in here, Belinda, and let's go up. And so, this is your hard-earned tax dollars, Belinda. Wow. So this is a public building for the people. They get over, Mrs. What is that? Atkins?
Jerry Atkins.
Yeah, she.
Yes, she.
Yeah. How you doing? No?
No, the building's not open.
It's not open? So when do the public get to go in, enter into the building? I mean, obviously this is taxpayers' money. Taxpayers pay your salary. Pay your salary. We just want to know how do we get to Jerry Atkins? We want to get some oath of office.
Call her.
Well, they won't pick up. So is there a number that you can give me so we can call her that can go directly to her, or can she call her down here and meet us down here real quick? Is that possible? So I'm wondering if y'all can do that for us.
Stand by.
Thank you.
Downstairs.
And so everything down here is closed for the public, obviously. COVID. Everything's COVID. I wonder if they're actually presiding cases over here that don't want people to actually listen to. But this is beautiful. Anything's possible. Maybe the Clintons are being charged.
Wrong state.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah. No. So I told you, the judges here get almost 22% of your tax dollars, and you actually fund their 401k. They get a salary over $100,000 a year. They don't even work half the year. They have this fine gentleman here, we call a security here, because remember, the crimes that happen are mostly the crimes in here. Those are white-collar crimes inside these buildings. Remember, your politicians, your judges, your lawyers, your lobbyists, all the crimes are committed. All white-collar crimes are committed here. So that's why you have to have this metal detector, this nice fancy metal detector. That's why you have to go through the screen, because if we're not talking about the truth, you wouldn't need a metal detector, nor would you need any screening. So if there's nothing to hide, then what are you protecting? If there's nothing to protect, then why all this fancy equipment in here? So they think that the American people are really dumbed down. But, the only thing that we do have is the Constitution. And it's up to the people, the American people, to exercise. The people of Oklahoma, Okies, it's time for y'all to exercise your constitutional rights. Learn the Constitution. Because when you come into this building, as beautiful and fancy as it is, the white collars are here. And so how you doing? So we're trying to get some oath of office, and apparently we went to Cleveland County, spoke, I believe, to one Peggy, Tammy, and the other one, and they don't have the oath of office for those two judges there.
Okay.
So that one, I know it's not your problem, but our problem is getting a copy of their oath of office and the crimes that are occurring there in what is it? Norman, Oklahoma.
Okay. What's it got to do with us in this building here?
The oath of office are here.
Had to come to
Okay.
Jerry.
We are closed to the public.
Right. So so the taxpayers fund this building, but you're preventing the taxpayers from coming in here?
Due to COVID-19, we're closed, and you need to have a mask on, by the way.
Oh, okay. So I got OSHA's regulations.
Can we call
You need to
her?
exit right now.
So let me ask you a question. How do you go about giving me a copy of the oath of office? So
Hey,
are you trying to be violent? The taxpayers pay your money. Are you trying to be violent? Are you trying to be violent? Because I guarantee if Antifa and Black Lives Matter is here, you won't be doing that, right? So my thing is, all I want is a copy of the oath of office. Is to just kindly get the information and get us a copy of the oath of office.
for who? Those two
Go ahead.
names?
Give those two people there, please.
No, this is the original.
No, I'll just write down your names.
There's spaces on file that I am on
And oath of office for Judge Brockman
Mhm.
and Judge Steve Stice.
I think he's already retired out.
and Scott Brockman. Okay.
And then tell him Belinda Barker, that's my name, that's who I want her to contact.
And I can tell you right now, coming in this way is the wrong way to do it.
Okay.
Well, we're tired of getting the runaround. And when you get the runaround, it's a wrong way to approach, so you have to do this measure.
Get that. Have you called?
We have the
Let me
AOC.
finish my
Okay.
sentence. Have you called the court clerk at 556-9400?
No, we call the AOC, well, what's it called? AOC, the Administrative Office of Courts.
The court does not hold the oath of office. That would be the court clerk. 556-9400 will get you what you need.
Well, we went to also
Can
in,
you flip back over so you can put my phone number?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's the number to the court clerk's office. Let me get you a note. Go ahead.
405-589-8246, and tell her she will remember me. I ran for sheriff in 96 and 04 in Cleveland County.
And for the sheriff, in 9604.
Yeah. See, this is not how you do this. I'm gonna go get the Constitution out.
yeah.
Okay, and you want this for Jerry Askins, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. All right, just your phone number where you can be reached? Okay. If you would kindly exit the building, I'll go see if I can track down Jerry, and I'll give you a call.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem.
So,
Now,
thank you, gentlemen.
this is
So this is your public servants at work. So these guys here, bunch of criminals in here in these walls. I call them criminals. The ones that hide behind the building, behind security, behind the cameras, behind the metal detectors. These criminals here have a fancy way to hide things. So we're gonna get the oath of office. So obviously we come here, and this is taxpayer. Look at the floor. Look how fancy this floor is. This is your tax dollars. Look how fancy this floor is. Oh, it's nice. It's beautiful. Look at that beautiful floor. Beautiful tile. And so as you can see, these are your tax dollars. How you doing? Good. So your tax dollars are being put to nice work. So this amazing building right here, this architecture is amazing. So let me show you right here that you can't go in there, but you got to go all the way to there. So when you go in here, remember, I always said this is why the Freemasons are here. The Freemasons are all tied in here because they got to own this building and that building over there and the lobbyist building over there. That's where all the money happens. The exchange of money or the corruption happens between that building and the building over there, the Capitol. And then all the corrupt laws, the Oklahoma statutes that are unconstitutional happens here because they got to recite the bill. This is the Oklahoma Judicial Center. See right here? So this is the Oklahoma Judicial Center. This is where all the corruption begins, right here. See that? So I'm going to show you something right here. I know I did it in my previous live stream, but I'm going to show you over here about the New World Order, the Freemasons that are here. I really don't care. I can care less what they think, what they say, what they do. Obviously, the same Freemasons that went ahead and killed our beloved third generation military brat, William Cooper or Bill Cooper, for exposing a lot of the stuff with the 9/11 and obviously the corrupt government. And Arizona, state of Texas, Oklahoma, well, he was gunned down and he was murdered in the back. He was assassinated. So, but this is who he went against. This is what Bill Cooper went against. You see this? This is right there on the side of the building of the Supreme Court Justice here in Oklahoma. You see that? That's right there. It's on your face. It's in your face, America. So when you say that these people are not corrupt and it's not part of the Freemason New World Order, it's right there. New World Order right here have infiltrated your judicial branch. And right there is the Capitol. The crimes that are happening in that Capitol are unconstitutional. They're the ones that wiping their asses with the Constitution. I apologize for talking that way, but I guess sometimes you have to talk that way to get your message across. Because sitting on your couch and being all nice and all those chips and cokes ain't going to do it. So they get it all there. Right there where all the crimes happen. All the unconstitutional crimes that happen against the people of Oklahoma. Don't take my word for it. Read the Oklahoma Constitution. Once you get done reading the Oklahoma Constitution, the ones that they took an oath of office to uphold against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that Constitution, then compare the Constitution with the statutes, the Oklahoma statutes. They're inconsistent with the Constitution. And if they're inconsistent with the Constitution, does that mean they're null and void? You see, you got to use a noodle. You got to know how to exercise your rights. So when you come in here, they don't like this because you're putting them on the spot. They don't like being put in the spot. You see all this fancy mural right here about our military, about our soldiers. You honestly think that our military is fighting for freedom? Absolutely not. Unfortunately, because these criminals over here, in that wall, that New World Order, let me go walk over there again. That's only maybe 50 feet away. That New World Order right here, the Freemasons, the ones that are in bed with the Catholic Church and the whore in England, right here, the whore, they're in bed with the whore of England, right there. See, New World Order, right there. And the Pope, you know that pedophile Pope that they have in the Catholic Church? Yep, that's the one. That's the one that's in bed with them. But don't take my word for it because you're going to see all this fancy, all this beautiful right here. It's amazing. I love my military. I'd rather stand with my military than these corrupt politicians, these judges, lawyers, lobbyists, and lobbyists. You see all this? The judges, the lawyers, the politicians, and the lobbyists, all members of the American Bar Association, have sold this country out. While our military is over there fighting for freedom, these criminals behind these walls are selling your country out. It's selling our nation out. All right? So when you come over here, you wonder, what freedom did they actually fight when you have these criminals behind those walls, destroying the Constitution, their oath of office. So think about it when you go to sleep tonight. Think about it when you're going to go have dinner later on today. This is what's happening. If it happens here in the state of Oklahoma, what do you think is happening in Texas, in Oregon, Washington, California, New York, Rhode Island, Maine, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee? You see? All this. You think that they're fighting for... Our military did try to fight for freedom, right? But these criminals behind these walls have enslaved us. Every single one of them. Think about it. They get 22%. 22% in their 401k. That's 2. How many people here in this live stream get 22%? 22% in your 401k. How many people here get to match, have their employer match 22% into their 401k? Think about it that way. Think about the free health care, the free benefits they get. Taxpayers' expense. That beautiful retirement when they retire. 547 judges. 547 judges. They have $43 million in their sitting right now in their little vault for the 401k. $43 million for 547 judges. Think about that. 547 judges are sitting on $43 million that's invested in their 401k. If you don't think that these criminals behind these walls don't have a motive to defraud the American people, you're mistaken. See, they're in violation of the Emolument Clause. They're also in violation of the separation of powers. But until the people of Oklahoma take a stand and start asking the most intellectual questions, and no bar attorney, let me get that straight. Do not allow a bar attorney to skew the Constitution. That is your constitutional rights. You never let a bar attorney destroy your rights. So when you go into these, like the Capitol or right here at the Supreme Court, remember the Constitution of Oklahoma. All you got to remember that. Read it. Recite it. Learn it. Keep it in the noodle. Store it. Store it in the memory bank. Store it right in here. Because 90% of them don't even know the Oklahoma Constitution. That's right. 90% of the crooks, the criminals inside that building don't know the Constitution. And they're the ones that's supposed to represent you. How the hell is supposed to represent you if they don't even know the Constitution? What about your elected sheriff? Why you elect an elected sheriff that doesn't even know the Constitution? He might call himself a constitutionalist, but when have you asked him about the Constitution? When have you asked him to take a stand to the Constitution? The Second Amendment, ladies and gentlemen, the First Amendment within the Bill of Rights is not the only two things within the Bill of Rights or the Constitution. There's other things that you have to learn. Due process of law, a grand jury of your peers, things like that you need to learn. They won't teach you that. Your property rights, your land, your water, your minerals, your land. They don't teach you that. They write statutes and codes. They use statutes and codes like pirates to steal from you. And they're stealing from you with a Coke and a smile. Let me ask you a question to the Democrats and the Republican rhinos, both of them. When was the last time both of them came together to reduce your taxes? Simple question. When have they looked out for your financial interest? When have they told you we will lower taxes? They won't. They never will. Because at the end of the day, the criminals behind there, they also need to invest in their 401k, which you invest. You are their employer. They're your public servants. You are the master and they're your servants. But they flipped it. You know why they flipped it? Through statutes and codes. Statutes and codes, they flipped it. Through the Bar Association. Judges, lawyers, lobbyists, and politicians and bankers. They're all in bed. And they own your candy ass. You might not like it. You might not want to hear it. But they own your candy ass. Now, Belinda, what do you think about what happened in there?
I'm very upset. I mean, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to go in there. It's not like this building is packed with people every day anyway. And then to tell you it's mandatory, this is part of the people's house I paid for, and you're going to sit here and talk to me about some bullshit that actually, go ahead, throw my ass in jail, because I'm going to be right back out, and I'm going to sue your ass. Because it's unconstitutional for what you're doing. It's unlawful. You know, that's what's wrong, people. You need to understand this is all a facade. It's a show. They want us to harm each other. They want us to bicker and fight amongst ourselves. They do not want us to unite. Remember, 45, Congress relinquished all public offices to the UN.
To the UN. And guess who's involved in the UN? Let's go back to that little thing right here. This is the Freemasons right there. That is the New World Order. So this is all UN. You hit the nail in the coffin. UN. UN right here. UN New World Order. And they're using the courthouses and your treasonous politicians, Republican rhinos and Democrats, to get away with it. But don't take my word for it. Look at this. Come over here to the Oklahoma Supreme Court. Look at this. All right? You don't believe me? Go look at what Bill Cooper. All right? Remember Bill Cooper. You know who's also behind this? Barack Hussein Obama. Who else? Bush administration, or Bush. George Walker Bush Sr. and Jr. And Bill Clinton himself. Oh, yeah. They're all in bed. They're playing us like a fiddle. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, get your blankie, get your baba, and go to sleep now, ladies and gentlemen, because you can't take the truth. You can't handle the truth. But don't worry about it. Once you see the UN roll in here, maybe you'll have a reality check and say, oh shit, we are infiltrated. So here are all the people right here.
Then.
Oh yeah.
Too late then.
Don't worry about it, Belinda.
No, I'm going to go up
So right there's your capital right there. Those corrupt politicians, those corrupt bureaucrats, they're the ones that are pushing for the division because, you know, they're owned and controlled by the George Soros Foundation, by Michael Bloomberg, the Rockefeller Foundation, the Rothschild Foundation. Oh, everybody, because all they take is money. It's called campaign contributions. Oh, donations, not bribery, not extortion. It's campaign contributions. Campaign with the fancy little T. Campaign. Oh, they're going to give me $10,000. They're going to give me $20,000, $30,000 to my campaign because I'm going to do something good. I'm going to crucify the taxpayers that elected me to represent them so I can go ahead and represent the corporations because the corporation's going to give me money to my campaign. Right? It's all campaign. Campaign contributions. And then they want to lock you out. They want to keep you over there from getting their oath of office. There's a reason why we're here to get the oath of office. The oath of office is to hold them accountable, right?
Well, I've got a case tomorrow that it was in front of Judge Brockman before. He doesn't have an oath, so it should have been thrown out. Well, that same person now is going in front of a judge tomorrow. Well, I want to bring it to the attention of the court that the former judge, the way he ruled, is null and void. He has no oath of office.
So if he has no oath of office, and one of them already says that the Constitution does not apply in his courtroom, well, shouldn't we come over here and validate that he has an oath of office? Because if he doesn't have an oath of office, what does that mean, Belinda?
Well, he's nobody. He's me or you just talking.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything.
So right here, you have to come and get the oath of office. You know, they like to give everybody the runaround.
And so now, you know, how's this going to play out tomorrow? I got to go home, do some thinking on this because it shouldn't go any further since we don't have an oath. The oath, if it's not on file, it should stop.
How can he be a judge? How can he rule on any ruling?
And besides that, he's the same judge that took my recorder out of the courtroom. He's also the one that one DOC, Department of Corrections officers, and two city police officers committed perjury. And right there, I mean, just point blank in 2 sentences, all of them did. And no one called them out for the perjury. So I had to go write an affidavit on the case that, you know, and I asked the judge when he gave my recorder back after the hearing, I said, why didn't you call them out for perjury? Well, he need to change his mind and go back in the courtroom. So
yeah, and by the way, you really want to know how much they make? Go to a thing called OMES, Office Management of Enterprise Services, OMES. OMES, meaning your legislators no longer balance the books. They hired an outside contract agency called OMES to do their job. And you, the taxpayers, are paying OMES to do that job. So now you were paying your treasonous legislators to balance the books. Now they go ahead and now hired a contractor. So what the hell are they doing at the Capitol if the legislators can't balance a book?
Well, they opened it up so now the lobbyists and stuff and money can come flowing through where they get time to spend with that and the bar members. That's what the deal. If they can't balance the books, they don't need to be sitting in them elected seats.
And the monument violations?
Oh my God.
Monument violations. Don Spencer knows about that from OK2A, what I'm talking about, the monument violations. But let me add another thing. They no longer write laws because they have the lobbyists do the laws, unconstitutional laws. Because remember, it's all bribery. Oh no, it's donations, Laz. It's donations. So if it's donations, then how about you go get your candy ass back in those offices and start writing constitutional laws, or laws that people want. So it's funny how they give you that little faggoty ass smile with a little smirk. And I gotta put it that way, and I apologize, but you know what? I'm tired of playing games with these idiots because they're a bunch of idiots. They don't even know the Oklahoma Constitution, and then they want to say, "Oh yeah, we took an oath to the Constitution," just like the criminals behind these walls. But that's all right. But you, the taxpayers, can pay their salary, can pay their 401k, can pay their retirement, their vacation pay, and their travel reimbursements. Now, who's the sucker there? We are. We're the suckers.
I'm not anymore. I got it together.
And then you wonder, well, how come they act the way they act? Because they're covering their asses, because they got to milk the system. You got to keep greasing that system because you need to generate revenue. Revenue for the agencies. Their fat asses are sitting in those seats and they're violating the emolument clause and separation of powers. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Get that blanket, get that baba. Don't ever ask questions.
Thunder game shit.
Oh yeah, go to the Thunder game, you know? Yeah, and then go kneel with the Thunders while you're at it. But anyways, I just wanted to show you what is happening here. We came here is for an oath of office because there's a lot of crooked judges down in Cleveland County and Yukon. I mean, there are crooked judges that don't have their oath of office in the county. I don't even think they're gonna have it here. But we're gonna come back over here if they don't provide it in 2-3 days. We will come right back over here. And next time we're gonna bring more people. So that's the only way to get, you know, to make some noise is to basically bring more people. More people show up in regards to the oath of office, the better we are off as a nation or as a state. Because at the end of the day, all these criminals behind that wall and behind that wall, all they're doing is destroying your constitutional rights. So, like Volkman stated, the Constitution does not apply in this courtroom. Well, we're going to prove them wrong right now. So we will be proving them wrong. We're going to put it to the test. And we're going to see every freaking judge in this state. We're going to have recorders to see what they say about the Constitution. The same Constitution that our military is protecting and defending around the world. And these criminals are wiping their ass with the Constitution. So for those that holding people accountable, now you guys know how corrupt this system is. I don't want you guys to take my word for it. This is Republican rhinos and Democrats playing us like a fiddle. They don't care about us. They don't care about you. They don't care about your children. They don't care about your grandchildren. And they sure as hell don't give a rat's ass about our military. All it is, when you see all these pictures with all these crooked politicians, it's all it is. It's just a photo op. A photo op. Because it's beautiful. Because one has a politician looked out for the best interests of the people. Name me one politician. The only one I know is Ron Paul. So, at the end of the day, remember, if you do not question these crooked politicians, these crooked lawyers and judges, members of the American Bar Association, they will continue to go rogue on the Constitution. And it's up to the American people to start learning their own state constitution. And unfortunately, it's a lot of reading, but, you know, knowledge is power. And once you store it in that little memory bank, in that noodle, I'll guarantee you, it'll never go away. So it's up to you on how far you want to exercise your constitutional rights and hold these criminals, these public servants, accountable. Never fear. So never be afraid. You always stand up. So to you, everybody out there, I just want to say thank you. God bless our military. God bless our 45th President Donald J. Trump. God bless our children. God bless the Republic. And thank you. Amen to that.